Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I want to give my analysis in terms of my perspective concerning the mother of that animal known as Darrell Brooks. The animal known. You know what? Let me dial that back. I feel like when I refer to him as an animal, and I love animals, I don't want to disrespect an animal by calling him one. So, maybe I have to take the route that Attorney Opper had suggested that he doesn't have any character. He doesn't have a character. But let's listen in to what his mother, who I often refer to the accessory to the crime or to his crimes, let's listen to what she got to say. And then I'm going to give my thoughts.
State called her as a witness to testify, but they withdrew the subpoena. When I sat down with her
Hmm.
for an exclusive interview since her son's trial began, she says that brought her relief. From fighting to the judge to taking his shirt off, the trial has really been nothing short of dramatic. And that's why Wood says she isn't watching because, well, it's just too much for her to take.
It was too much for her to take.
Right
You know what? Wait a
now,
minute. Hold on. Let me stop right there. If it was too much for her to take, then why did she let him out of jail? I don't understand the logic, and I've been saying this ad nauseum. I don't understand the philosophy behind why she allowed this career criminal. And by the way, y'all, I'm gonna try to lower my voice. Sometimes I get passionate, especially when I'm talking and discussing him. But I just can't fathom in terms of trying to ascertain the philosophy behind letting this man free, given his criminality. Come on, man. It's just that she don't make sense.
I'm just heartbroken, just
Oh, you
shattered.
home.
Did he ever
What do you mean you're heartbroken? You allowed it. You allowed it by paying the bail money. Talking about she heartbroken. Please. If you so heartbroken, then why did you try to help him by sending pictures and stuff up to the jail? If you really cared about these families losing their loved ones and you so quote unquote heartbroken, then why did you assist and abet Darrell Brooks's effort, his continual effort to pretend that he didn't have any involvement in this? Please.
talk about
She
driving
discusses
through
me.
the parade route?
She
Did you
discusses
have a
me.
He,
conversation with him?
early on, and he does not remember. Every time during,
That's an excuse right there. He don't remember. He knew exactly what he did. Because I'm gonna tell you how. Because after he got finished driving through that parade, what did he do? What did he do? He tried to alter his appearance to camouflage what he did. So what you mean he don't remember? He knows exactly. So I guess he didn't remember what he did when he was apprehended at Danny Ryder's house. Oh please, oh please, oh please. I'm not sold on that. I'm not sold on that.
goes into a manic where he explodes like that, he does not remember what he did. You,
That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing but an excuse to try to promote or promulgate alleged mental retardation. That's why they was trying to get the judge and his grandmother. That's the one that was plugging the book with her 2.5 member having self. About ain't nobody in her church. Listen, that was nothing more than trying to push an agenda relative to him allegedly being mentally retarded. He doesn't remember. He doesn't. He come on. And the judge saw right through it. That's why that petition was not granted in terms of him going to get to seek help. He knew exactly what he did.
To tell him what he did.
Oh,
He know
please.
what you told him, but he can't
Oh,
recall
he recalls.
the act.
Oh,
I
just like he can't recall, he don't know who Darrell Brooks is, and he don't go by that name. He don't recall that. He don't recall that, but he referred to himself as Darrell Brooks upon apprehension of the police. But now he didn't got a hold of this sovereign citizen crap. Now all of a sudden he don't know who that is. Oh, she just as dumb as he is.
don't believe, from what I've known and what I've seen, that Daryl was even in his
Please,
right mind.
please.
I don't think he was even conscious. To
Well, I think it's fair to say that you wasn't in your right mind when you paid the bail money to let him out. I don't think you were in your right mind. So I guess you got two peas in a pot. Ooh, I'm trying to keep calm, y'all. Y'all know I can get loud. I'm just like ready to burst through this seat.
what he was doing.
Whose idea was it for him to represent himself? Was it his, yours,
He,
together?
no, I would never advise him to
Hmm.
represent, no one
Hmm.
to represent themselves, especially in a case that's so serious.
But he insisted?
No, he felt that his lawyers did not have his best interest at heart.
Well, you think he had his best interest by representing himself, and he's not even an attorney? Why didn't he pick the lesser of two evils? At least they, at least they were attorneys. He sure enough wasn't.
So he's been in court and he has taken off his shirt and he has interrupted the
Stupid.
judge, and the judge is throwing him out, saying, you know, you can't keep doing this. His behavior in court, we've seen this play out, is erratic,
Horrific.
Erratic.
at
Horrific.
times towards the judge disrespectful. What do you say to
Unbelievable.
that? What message would you send to him?
I have talked to him about that, and I have told him, I says, you're going to have to try to keep a cool head because it's making you look bad.
He did not listen. What do you mean? It's making him look bad. He already looked bad all around the world. Everybody knows what he did, and then he made himself look even dumber by representing himself. The whole youth, the whole world is clowning him because of his stupidity and decision to represent himself. All he did was exacerbate his case and was made to look like an idiot all around worldwide. All because of you taking that, going to the zoo and taking that key to let that animal out.
But he's not medicated.
Oh, he's not medicated. You
They're
you
not giving
you wasn't
him
medicated either when you let him out of jail. Where's your medicine? How come you didn't get your refill? Where's your capsules?
anything for
Please.
his illness.
What message do you have for the families?
I just want him to know that that was not a deliberate act. When you're manic
Mm-mm.
and you
It was deliberate. It was deliberate because he had the. I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I don't want to be too loud. See, I'm getting upset now because that ain't nothing but an excuse. It had, ladies and gentlemen, folks, listen. It was nothing more than a deliberate act. This wasn't done inadvertently. This wasn't done unwittingly. He did this with purpose. I've already explained. We already know. We already know that the vehicle was inspected, so there was nothing wrong with the throttle body of the vehicle, which would indicate that he had the ability to stop the vehicle. He did not. He kept going. So how can his mother sit up here and say it wasn't deliberate? That's a slap into the face. Why can't she just take ownership and say he was wrong and it was deliberate? She just as bad as he is because he can't even give an apology. And she can't take ownership. So I guess as they say, the apple don't fall too far from the tree, do it? Ooh, don't get me started
Out
on
of control.
this.
You don't know what you're doing. He didn't know what he. I don't. He didn't
He
know what
knew
he
what
was
he
doing.
was. Shut
He
up.
was not in his right mind.
Neither were you
It wasn't
when you
intentional.
let him
He
out.
didn't mean to hurt nobody.
Oh, please.
We
He
talk
did.
about the
Oh, he
family.
didn't mean to hurt anybody, but he was laughing at the victim's family, at the victim impact state. He was laughing. So let me tell you, he didn't mean to laugh either. He didn't mean to laugh. He didn't mean to roll his eyes, even at the witnesses that he was questioning. Come on, y'all. This no, 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 no. Don't try to, no, no, no. Don't go down that road. No, because I will debunk the hell out of you, like I'm doing now.
Often in the victims, and he says to me that he prays for them
He don't pray for them.
too, and he has to live with the fact that
Couldn't even apologize. So
regardless to what
what would make me believe that he's praying for them? Wouldn't even say sorry.
goes down, what happened? 6 people died because
Yeah,
of him.
because of you. If you wouldn't have paid the bail money, those 6 people would be here. You did it. So don't sit up here crying.
He is very, he's full of shame.
You brought up the little Sparks
You're
boy. What would you say to his mom
look
tonight?
at him,
If she
8 years
sees this,
old.
what message would you like to say to
I
her?
would tell her, not just his mom, but his dad and his brother too, that little
Mm.
Jackson, he had his whole life ahead of him.
Because but your animal son stripped him of that, and I blame you. You knew Daryl was a career criminal when Attorney Opper read. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. She was almost like she was reading paragraphs of criminal behavior. And this is why I said in the last video, I don't understand what's wrong with our justice system. Given his criminality, he should have never been allowed bail, let alone for her to come up. And then they tell me the bail was only 1,000. Was it $1,000? How was the bail $1,000? And then he ran over Erica Patterson. I don't get it. I don't. We live in, you know what, y'all? We actually live in a world where no sense apparently makes sense. Because this don't make no sense. I'm sorry for yelling.
And he's now a sweet angel.
Hmm.
He did not deserve what happened to him.
Hmm.
Do you think Daryl should go to prison, and if so, how
Yes,
long?
yes, yes.
There should be some accountability to what he did.
Right, which
Yes,
is
ma'am.
prison
How long?
for the rest of his
That's
life.
not for me to say. My only concern was that instead of being prison, I
Hmm.
feel he needs to be institutionalized.
No, 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 no. See, now there's another gambit. See that? He don't need to be institutionalized. He needs to be in a cage. Matter of fact, he needs to be in a cell with 3 white people and let them tear him up. And let me be the referee. I'm like, go get him. Come on, get him, get him, get him. No. See, but that's an excuse. That's what they tried to use in court. Institutionalized. He was competent enough to represent himself. They allowed it. So all of a sudden now when it's time for trial, Dow's mentally incapable and he has mental issues and all that. Well, listen, I'm not doubting that he don't have mental issues, but you know what? It's time for that family to fess up. and take ownership. He did wrong. He belongs in jail.
where
Take
he can get
ownership.
the help he needs.
His help. You know what the help? No, no, no. You know what the help he needs? Prison. That way, that will help society because we ain't got to worry about his criminality, his criminal destruction anymore. And then he want to argue bias in the courtroom. Well, what do you think? What do you think his mother's doing? This is bias. She can't even take ownership. And he's so dumb, he don't even know how to say bias. Talking about biased. And the judge had to spell it out for him.
And again, Dawn said,
Y'all give me your thoughts. Y'all give me your thoughts on this. I just I just don't understand how his mother can still make excuses even after what her son has done. Leave your thoughts.